All right, I am Kevin Huang, and then the research that I'm doing is on unions and employee participation programs. And I'll like to give a little background on why I chose this topic. First of all, I am an immigrant or a Chinese immigrant, and then my parents moved here because they wanted me to have a better education. And then, like every other immigrant, they start a new life here, meaning they have to get a job, get a place to live, so on and so forth. And then they didn't choose to work in a union-based job when they first got here, or they didn't even know the company had a union until, a couple years ago. Or like, we didn't know how much, unions were able to help us, especially during, COVID, as well as the financial crisis a couple years back, where a lot of people got laid off. So because of that, I wanted to do a little research about unions and programs that are helpful to not just immigrant workers, but workers as a whole. The introduction to my research would be employee participation programs refers to company initiatives to push employees to have a higher productivity by encouraging the workers to take mental ownership of the project or work. The program promotes company loyalty as well as protecting workers' rights. They achieve this through the use of suggestion boxes, safety committees, and idea weeks. The theoretical framework: employees are more likely to work harder and more efficiently if they feel like they have a sense of control over their work. Meaningful work is always going to be better than meaningless projects. Employees tend to work a little harder because they feel like they understand what the work is doing or what the work is telling them. Receiving feedback and rewards will boost the employee's morale. Incentives is a key in this theory to hold the employee's involvement, since, who wouldn't like to receive a candy after a hard day of work? Unions protect workers' rights and from the effects of market competition and change. Application to study: the program allows employees to take part in decision making when it's regarding their welfare and their job description. This allows employees to feel the concerns or grievances that the organization encounters. And this process of being involved in operational tasks means that the employees are able to grow and develop in their careers. This also helps to hold the employee, so increasing the company's loyalty, increasing the employees' self-esteem, believing them in themselves as well as the company. Increasing their own self-esteem will help them not only on the job, but as well as like their regular lives. EI, or employee insurance programs. These programs came about due to the concerns by organizations regarding things like efficiency, employee motivation, and facilitation of change. The key reason to implement these programs is to attract and maintain the active involvement of employees. Benefits organizations that operate in dynamic markets and environments. One good example would be Google. The company idea is to eliminate barriers, encouraging creativity and collaborations through its transparency, giving the employee the empowerment that they need to improve its efficiency. They allow a lot of freedom to their employees doing things outside their normal work functions. I chose this picture here just to show it's a game, and then it just has the Google title on it. And below the cat, there's a lot of like symbols. And to my understanding, I never played this game before, but to my understanding, these symbols symbolizes like freedom, and they could choose what they want to do at what time, as well as representing, the transparency and the idea to eliminate barriers. It's kind of a weird way to look at these symbols, but hope you guys are able to understand it. And that's my presentation, and here are the references. Thank you.